Hey guys, the assignment this week is going to be to create your own workout program. So I've got a framework here that all of you will have a copy of. On the left-hand side of this Google Sheet, there are categories that we'll fill in. There'll be a number of sets that you're going to complete. The reps or repetitions are the amount of time that it'll take for you to do that exercise, and then the specific exercise that it is. So I'm going to go through a couple of things here that should be helpful for you as we go through that. All right, so this is what yours will look like here at the beginning. Everything will be blank. Typical easy way to start off, I would start with this side over here first, the exercises, which I'll type that in. And we're always going to start off with dynamic exercise. And really, those are the movements like the high knees, the kickers, the karaoke, lunges, anything where we're actively using the muscle, in essence, warming it up. So the biggest reason we do this and we don't go to static stretching is that if you've ever always use the example of spaghetti noodles. If you've ever tried to bend a spaghetti noodle when it's dry, it's going to break. So your muscle fibers are very similar. If they're not warmed up, there's a higher percentage chance that you could actually strain, tear, or even just injure muscle fibers there. So that's why we do dynamic movements to help kind of warm those up. But we will also do static stretching. Static stretching helps with the elongating of the muscle. So that's why we stretch. We want to make our hamstrings a little bit longer than they are maybe right now. So if maybe when I bend over, try to touch my toes, I can't reach them. Eventually, over time, we do that consistently. We have the chance to do that. All right. So here you got 3 core exercises that you're going to go through and do. So I'll maybe put in crunches, go through plank, and say penguins. All right. And then a couple chest exercises. I say dumbbell bench and decline push-up. Back exercise. I'll do a band row. For shoulders, I'll do front raises. For legs, I'll do a wall sit, and then weightless squats. And then maybe here for other options, if you want to do something, so for example, maybe I'll do some plyometric, or they're also called agility lunges. That's where I would be in a lunge position, jump up in the air, and then land in a lunge. That's really going to depend on your ability level. While you're here, you could choose something else, maybe like side-to-side skis, where you'd land on one leg and then jump to your right leg to the right, land on that leg, and then vice versa. So you've got some different options of things that you could do there. And then maybe for cardio, I might put yoga, and then another one I might put maybe some sprints, or I'll just put a jog on here. Okay, and then cool down here, I'm going to do some static stretching again. Maybe first I'll walk, and then I'll do some static stretching at the end, and then that'll help close out what I'm doing. All right, so then what I would go through here is how many sets I'm going to do of each. So I do 1 set here, and maybe I'm just going to do 3 sets of everything all the way down here. 1 set of cardio, and then 1 set of these at the end. And then the repetitions or time is really how much time or the number of times you're actually going to perform the lift. So maybe here I'll just say this is going to take me 10 minutes. For each one of these, I'm going to do 20. For the dumbbell bench, let's say I'm going to do 12. Decline push-up, I'll do 8. Band row, 16. Front raises, 15. Wall sits, I'm going to do them for 30 seconds. Weightless squats, I'll do 20 of those. And let's just say I'm going to do 5 of these. It's a little bit tougher. Yoga, I'll do 10 minutes. cardio where I'm jogging. I'll just do 15 minutes. And then the cool down, I'll do a 8-minute walk, and then static stretching at the end. I'll make sure to take my time, give myself about 8 minutes there. So that's the process. I went through that actually really quickly, but and for some of you it may not be the same. And I'm going to add a column here real quick because there's one other thing that we need that's not on here that does need to be. I added in one other column here, so the weight or intensity in which you're doing this. Most of this I've put in body weight. So for example, the flexibility warm up, crunches, the core workout, body weight. On the decline push-up, it's body weight. Dumbbell bench, I put in 20-pound dumbbells. On the band row, I put in that's a green band, so that's a higher intensity than, say, the red band or the purple ones that we have. For shoulders, I put in 8-pound dumbbells. Legs, both body weight on both the wall sits and squats. Also body weight on the plyometric lunges that I was doing. And then on cardio, I put body weight for yoga, which is that would be the only thing we could put there. And then on the jog, I actually put in my target heart rate, which is 125 to 175. If I'm a 15 to 18-year-old, that's probably my target heart rate. So I actually have a different screenshot over here to show you on perceived exertion. So where we want to be, our target heart rate is going to be somewhere between 6 and 8. So this moderate to hard. And if you notice here, like we have difficulty speaking in this area. So probably right around a 7 would be ideal, where you can try to have a conversation, but you're having to take breaths in between. So that's really where we want to try to be, where you're going to get the most efficient results in your target heart range. You're going to burn the most amount of calories there. All right, so going to come back over here and finish out here with our cool down. So walk, I just put low intensity. And then cool down just our body weight as we're going through static stretching. So this is your assignment for this week, is to create your own one of these. Use different exercises than what I've got on here, but you should see a copy in your Google Classroom to be able to complete that. Let me know if you have any questions.